everyone. Today I have some junk journaling process to share with you, and I was using supplies from the Your Creative Studio stationery subscription boxes from December 2021 and January 2022. If you got these boxes or saw the unboxing, and if you haven't, check the iCard above here. The December one was full of butterflies, and January had some like wildflower theme. So the washi tape I'm using here is from the January box, and the butterfly card there was from December. My papers that I'm journaling onto are just scrap papers and things that I have in an easy twine journal that I've been using to collect ideas and supplies and junk journal with the Your Creative Studio subscription boxes. So I am just creating a flip out here, and then I use my corner chomper to round two of the corners there, and it's a nice sturdy card that is making a nice flip out here. Now this paper I have here I took out of my scrap box. It actually came from a really old photo album, you know, that kind of paper that protects the photos. Anyway, the album was falling apart, and I just thought it was an interesting paper, and so it's not super strong. I'm gluing it on with some Uhu glue, and it is translucent, so it's just adding a little texture, a little something there. Kind of a unique thing, and it's very junky and perfect for a junk journal. Now, I lost some footage here of me putting that transparent sticker on, and that was from the butterfly box. I'm just going to refer to the December box as the butterfly box. And same here is the Post-it paper pad. That's from the butterfly box. I'm gluing that down flat on this little coffee dyed envelope I have, and my little envelope's coming apart a bit, so I added a little adhesive here. Now my idea here is to do something dimensional without adding too much thickness. So I used a powder bag to take the stick off the top of the Post-it paper, and then I'm going to add a little more adhesive to the antennas and the center of the body. That way the wings can kind of flip open, and I could have hidden journaling, you know, whatever. So I have a scrap of book page here. Looks like maybe dictionary book page. And I've just torn that a bit, and I'm going to add that down by the butterfly on this page. And interestingly, I don't know if you can tell, but it is B, so I thought that was kind of perfect. B for butterfly. I also have a scrap of some doily here, and then I'm looking through the postage stamp stickers that came in the butterfly box and picking out a couple, and the white was just distracting me a bit. I don't know why. I mean, I've got the white doily, but I took my antique linen distressed oxide ink, and I'm just going to add a little ink here and there. However, the postage stamp stickers have kind of a sheen on them, so it rubs off very easily. I end up needing to add more because, you know, it'd take a while to dry on that type of surface. It's almost a plasticky coating, but not quite. And so when I'm taking the backer off, I wipe off a lot of the ink, but I can just go ahead and add some more in. And I kind of liked how adding a little bit of that yellowy hint to the doily, how that looked also. This is kind of a messy junk journaling style I have, so, which goes with me because I tend to be a messy crafter, so the messy style is forgiving. And it also, that antique linen has kind of the yellow hue, and it's picking up some of that yellow from the Post-it butterfly. Now these wildflower stickers came in the January box, and they are transparent, and I'm just picking a couple. I had trouble getting it off. They're so thin, you know, but I've seen a lot of people use their tweezers, and I always forget that I have tweezers, so they really do help for that kind of thing. And I'm just rubbing them down, and my little cluster visual vignette here is finished, ready to add more journaling onto it. So I believe, I can't remember which box. This was probably you know what? I'm not sure which box this was in, so I'm not going to say. There are these ticket stickers, and they are 3 to a sticker sheet, but you know, they're attached, so I trimmed it off with my scissor there. And these stamps here that I'm using, the Wildflower Stamps, came in the January box. And I'm just using that same oxide antique linen ink. It doesn't really show up too much on my pink cardstock here, but if you see it in real person, it does have a subtle effect to it. And then I'm stamping off, so second generation stamping onto a scrap to add some of that antique linen to the white. It was just too much white for me. Sometimes I don't want just, I don't know, maybe the white scares me off, but yeah, it's more approachable to me to add journaling if it's not stark white, and that's just my style, I guess. So yeah, I am trimming down the sticker. The bird was just distracting me. I was kind of going all butterfly with these pages, and so I just chopped off the bird, and I used two different kinds of scissors because the postage type stamp one I didn't like, so I brought in a different one. I think I'd be happy if I just tore it at an angle. So here I'm adding some double stick tape and a scrap strip of polka dot vellum there to the side, so it's a little subtle something. And then there were these butterflies, which I thought were acetate at first, but they're actually stickers. But if you leave them on their acetate backer, they are like an acetate embellishment, and they work really well like that. I'm adding a scrap here of inked up paper. Then I'm bringing in some cheesecloth, which I love to use in junk journaling and all kinds of stuff. I love the look of that. And I was looking at the back of my card there because I want to use my tiny attacher stapler. I didn't want the staple going through on the other side. I didn't think I could fit it, so I just attached the butterfly, the acetate piece, onto the cheesecloth, and then I'm going to use the tacky glue to glue it down. That way my staple doesn't go through to the other side, and so that was my choice there. Now bringing in the floral stamps from the January box again, and I have some dusty Concord ink, and here these two pieces lay side by side in my twine journal. I mean, I could move them around, but I kind of want to make them go together here, so I'm adding the purple to pull in the purple that's on that butterfly that's on the left page there. And I'm just gonna ink this up. I sprayed it with my mini mister there, you see, and I was showing you how wet it is, because these ones I'm just going for really imprecise, just adding a touch of that oxidized color there, and so it's messy and imprecise, and that's intentional. Now I pull in some white pigment ink because that white doily's showing through, and I kind of wanted to bring just a little hints of the white in, and it is very subtle, and hopefully you'll be able to see that in some detail pictures at the very end, and also when I hold it up to the camera, just to see how that adds, and just kind of bring in things together there. I didn't want to have no white. So that's how that looks, and flipping this open you can see briefly how these looked, and then at the very end here I'm going to add a couple still shots. Let me know what you think of this video. It is a ton of editing. I do have some more footage, but if enough people like it, then I'll go ahead and add that on. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day. Bye.